How's it going, everybody? It's Mikey with another video. And today, I don't have anything really specific planned. Kind of just a life update video and just going over life, I guess, in general. So, I'm gonna be honest, I just haven't really been 100%. I've just been drained, just mentally, physically, just tired. Currently, I am working overnight, and I work 4 days a week, 10-hour shifts, Thursday through Sunday, and then I go to school full time. So I work full time and I go to school full time. So my schedule is pretty busy, and then I try to make YouTube videos on top of that. So just been a little tired, so that's why no video was posted last week. So just bear with me. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to school and I'm working full time, and one of the reasons why is because one of my previous jobs I was actually let go from. And what's funny is it's actually a job that I actually really, really liked. It's the only job that I liked. Pretty much I worked in collections at the company. It was a pretty large department. About at its peak about 20 people in the department, including managers, supervisors, and regular collectors. And then it shrunk to about 12 when I was there, about not even a year. It was actually only 6 months, and then I got hired in September of 22, and then I was let go of February of 24. So little over a year I worked there, and it was an amazing job. I loved it. And when I first started, it was great. People were amazing. Atmosphere was great. Can you stop? Sorry, my cat, of course, when I'm trying to do a video, wants to get into a bunch of stuff. Speaking of my cat, he left me a little present this morning. I don't know if you can see it, but I don't know what his deal was. I was trying to get a booger out of his eye, and he did not appreciate that this morning, and he actually really pissed me off. So it's just been a day. been a week, I would say. So but anyways, getting back to Blue, being blued forward, I was let go, and I honestly, I was pretty shocked when I was let go. I was one of 6 people that were let go in the department, and it baffled me. I thought I was a really good worker, and I did what was told, and sometimes just things don't work out, and it's sad what has become of that place, because everything I hear now is just one bad thing after another. So good luck to that company. But yeah, so now I am going to school and working, and it's been busy, and on top of that, just mentally, I don't know where I even want to start. So I mean, growing up, I had a really good childhood. I would say I was a really happy kid and really enjoyed life, enjoyed people, enjoyed everything about it. It wasn't until I was probably about 12 where things changed. And it was multiple things. My parents, I never really remember them together. I think they split when I was 2 or 3. And they just never really got along. And that's always tough, especially when you're a kid. And one thing I'll say, if you have a kid and you split with the parent of that children, just put the kid first always. Your emotions, how you feel, that is always secondary. The kid is the most important thing. And I think even my parents will admit that they sometimes would put their own self-interest and emotions before mine growing up. And I mean, I love my parents. I have a good relationship with them to this day. It's not like I have any grudges. I love them. They love me. They support me. So, but just like I said, keep that in mind if you have kids, and if that's person wants to be in the kid's life, even if they're an asshole, let them be in the kid's life, because they are more important than you, or vice versa. So, dealing with that, and then moving in with my grandparents, I think played a real factor, and it just put a lot of weight on me during that time. Like I said, around when I was about 12. And that's when I just started to get anxiety and really just question myself, and I started not being happy. And I can remember, like I said, around 12 is when it started. And then just stupid shit on top of that, like, I shit you not. Growing up, my hands would go fucking purple. Like, my circulation was so bad, and especially during the winter time, my hands would go purple. It would be so freezing cold, but still it would be clammy. So my hands would be sweaty and cold at the same time. And then I would sweat a lot. So you could only imagine what that did for my self-conscious and my anxiety. And it turns out later in life, my dad tells me, hey, yeah, it's just a family thing. The same thing happens to me. So would have been nice to know that growing up, of course my anxiety played a part of the sweating, but it was just what's the word I'm looking for? It was passed on, I guess, from my dad, and I guess my grandpa had the same thing, his dad. So thanks, Pops, for bringing that legacy to me. Appreciate that. And to this day, my hands are still clammy. My circulation is trash. I still sweat, albeit not as much, but I still sweat from my pits. So to all you sweaters out there, I see you. Sorry, life is hard, but as you get older, nobody really gives a shit, so. But yeah, so I had to deal with that, and that just played on my mental. And why are you looking at me like that? This guy, man, he's on something. And then to find out, can you chill, please? And then to find out, On my dad's side, there's mental health issues, specifically with my grandma. I'm not going to say exactly what she was diagnosed with, but she was diagnosed with something. And I really do think that played, honestly, maybe the biggest factor in just my mental overall. Because even when things would be going good, I couldn't be happy. I couldn't piece it together mentally. I felt like everybody was against me, and family, friends, my anxiety would just build up, and even just little shit would just get to me, and I would close myself off, and you just lose yourself. You don't even know who you are when you do that. And for years, I didn't know who I was. I was just going through the motions and just closing myself off more and more and more to people. And, you never know what people are going through. And I bet if you ask people that I was around, they would be like, no, he was fine. I would never have guessed. And people who are struggling, especially mentally, man, just go get help. Because I'm going to be honest, before I started working at the place that blew me forward, my mental was probably the worst of my life. And I don't think that I would be here today if I didn't go get help. And I'm still on medicine. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called sertraline. I don't know how you... Zoloft. I'm on it to this day. And what's crazy is I got on it in 2022. I was on it for over a year, stopped taking it. And literally within a month from me stopping... when I stopped taking it, I was laid off from my work. And I didn't get back on it for another probably 7-8 months. Right before I started school in August, I got back onto it. And again, my mental, when I got off of it, was not good. And of course, me being laid off played a part in that. But I literally could not even... I could function, but just mentally, nothing was straight. I wouldn't say that I didn't know what reality was, but I wish I knew what I know now back then, because it would have helped me so much growing up. Not only with myself, but how I interacted with people. Because there's stuff that I did, looking back, it's like, why would I do that? Videos that I made, songs that I did, where it was just, first of all, cringy, but just disgusting and corny and little funny, but, just disrespectful and not needed. And to those people, I'm sorry. With that being said, I don't want to reconcile with them, and they probably don't want to reconcile with me, but, there's only one person that I truly would probably want to be friends with. But that's not even the point of what I'm trying to say. So, and like I said, I wish I knew now what I did back then, because I have freaking, I wouldn't say nightmares, but dreams of just sports and basketball and get out of there. And waking up and, in my dreams, waking up and having to go to practice, and this being, hey, this is your second chance. I have dreams of it being my senior year, and it's like, hey, this is your last chance. And it's like, damn, I wish I capitalized on that. I wish I was able to just mentally be at a better place, because shit, man, my senior year. If you know, you know. All I'm gonna say is I truly only think one person in the state of Wyoming could have beat me my senior year, and he was up in Gillette. That's the only person. I don't even think he was better than me, but that's the only person I thought had the same skill. You know, my senior year, 2018, but that's all I'm going to say about that. Your boy was pretty good at basketball. And it's still, I'm 20, almost fucking 25 now. Doing pretty well. And it's still like, damn, I wish I capitalized on that, dude. Because, especially if you live in Wyoming, playing high school basketball, that's as big as it's going to be for you. We've had one person in Wyoming go to the NBA. So, and to the people that I just do not like, let me talk about hate for a second, because people think, oh, it's not good to have hate in your heart and to be hateful. Nah, I disagree. I am able to have all the emotions. I'm capable of having all the emotional range. And hate, to me, when I say I hate somebody, this is how I see it. I just want you away from me, out of my presence. I'm not out to sabotage you. I'm not out to talk shit about you. I don't care. I want you away from me. Because if you're in my presence, I'm going to get pissed. If I look at you, I'm going to get upset. And if you try to reconcile with me, I'm going to be pissed. Just stay the fuck away from me. And this is pretty much directed. Got me so pissed I can't talk properly. To the class of 2016. Because y'all won a state fucking basketball championship. Fuck you guys. Of course, I'm being a little tongue-in-cheek, but high school class graduating class of 2016 won our state basketball championship. Man, fuck, man. To this day, I'm still upset about that shit because I really wanted that shit, man. And, you just, no matter how successful you are, shit don't go away. You let it drive you. And I feel like the past couple years, my life has just taken a step back, but it's like an arrow, and it's just winding back, and it's gonna sling forward. That's really how I feel right now. Like I said, I'm going to school, and I'm doing pretty well in it, and I'm working full time. It's not what you want to do, but that's why I'm also doing this. And like I said, it's not always easy. Even when things get better, especially when things are hard for you mentally. You know, it really is a fucking roller coaster. It's never just, it's, you know. Right now I'm a little bit on a downer, but, you know, I know that just means I'm about to shoot back up. And to those people that are struggling, man, just go get help. There's so many resources. And you might not think anybody cares, but you'd be surprised, man. You really would. I think that's all. Oh, being blued forward really quick. I didn't come up with that. Literally, the company that let me go came up with that. I feel like it's either sexual, like being blued for, I don't know, or you're fucking somebody, like I got screwed over, right? You blued me. So, I got blued forward, and that's what they did to me. Thanks. I think that's it.